Our story started back in 2016. That's when we actually met. So it's not been a very long journey, but it's been a very interesting one. So it's been 2016 to now, 5 years,
Heading to
at least 5 years, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We actually met in social media.
Sisi tulitafutana.
Okay, I was fresh out of campus, tired of dating. When we met in social media, we were not, okay, I wasn't looking for a relationship or anything. I was looking for friendship. We started talking early 2016, I think in February or March.
In the beginning of 2016.
We kept setting dates and then I would not show up. And then I remember around end of May, I was taking my cousin to Machakos. He used to work in at the river then. So I passed by his office, kwa barabara tu. So I texted him, with the way I'm on my way to Machakos. So he told me, on your way back, can you talk to me? Well, I didn't.
I was left hanging.
But now I felt, well, let me just go meet him. We met 1st of June. That's when we had our first date in Giraffe Center. Well, it went really well, very, very well. It was fun. We connected. When we met in town, CBD. We had that instant connection. We became very good friends. At the end of the day, we were very good friends.
We had engaged so much. We had learned each other so much, before meeting, because it took, as she said, it took, I think, about almost half an year before actually physically meeting. So there was a lot of talking. By the time we met in person, it felt like, it was somebody you already knew. It was just a waiting, one-on-one, a face-to-face meeting. Sometimes also nature takes over. There are things which just feel right with your whole being. There are things you do or engage with, but even at the back of your mind, you feel uneasy. You feel like it's not right. It doesn't speak to you. So when I met her, he met her, like online. It just felt right. There were no reservations. I felt like I could go all out with her. I didn't feel reserved with her. So because of course even then, I was still, I would say I was still talking to other people then, but the same vibe I got engaging with her was not the same as from anybody else. So somehow I think the spirits tell you, yeah, you're onto something. So you feel good making a move. The two key ingredients to a happy relationship or a happy marriage is the two people involved. What matters most is the man and woman. I mean, everything else will come to either enrich your relationship or break it, or it's going to come to add value to your relationship or marriage or break it. So if at all the two of you are at a good place with each other, hizi vitu zingine zote ni nyinyi mtajenga. Kama ni pesa mtatafuta, kama ni, ni watoto mtatafuta. I mean, even as much as we respect and let family have a place and a say in our lives, at the end of the day, it's our call. The buck stops with us, because we know what it is that we experience. We know what we were looking for between each other. So unless it's a very crazy circumstance where people really need to come in and save one of us, I believe all the calls come from us, and expectations should also be put in check. I mean, there's no handbook for how these things happen, because people lead different lives, people have different beliefs, people have different experiences in the past, be it personally or through people close to them. So some decisions that people make to either, for example, wait for a formal wedding, or not move in together before a wedding, you have to respect that cause. They know why they are doing that. But for us, it worked. And I mean, it worked, and we had a set guide of how we were going to achieve anything else that we skipped. Because there's what is expected in terms of, you know, getting together and settling down. For example, as you mentioned, probably meet, go to the parents, get consent, then probably wed, and then now moving together, look for kids, you know. But we might have done it contrary to expectation, but we also sat and agreed, well, probably this is not the universally accepted way, but since here we are and we are ready for each other, we could start here and make everything else fall into place as we go along, as long as we are doing it, you know, with that mutual agreement. And most importantly, we had the blessings of the people that we love. She had blessings from, it's not like we actually did any of that before we talked to them. So most importantly, we were okay with each other, and people who mattered to us were okay with what we were getting into. So everything else, I think, it's a skeleton where we are going to feed in meat pole pole until everything is in place.